this video, I'm going to explain how to make the future of non-deponent verbs. In addition, there will be 3 facts that you need to know for the mini quiz. Here goes. Fact number 1, which you must know for the mini quiz. The future of first and second conjugation verbs is formed with a be. That's fact number 1, and it's pretty easy. But how then do we form the future of first and second conjugation verbs? First, we have to make a future stem. It's very easy. For a first conjugation verb like amo, amo, amari, amawi, amatus, we take the infinitive amare, to love. We remove the re, and we get ama, and then we add a b, ama. We do the same thing for second conjugation verbs like habio, haberi, habui, habitus. We take the infinitive habere, we remove the re, we get habe, and then we add the b, habe. And that's how we get the stem for the future of the first 2 conjugations. Ama and habe in the case of these 2 verbs. But what do we do with this stem? Well, to form the future, the present non-deponent endings of the third conjugation are added to the future stem. That's a little confusing. What we're going to add to these future stems are endings that we learned as the endings of the present of third conjugation verbs, right? Here's a typical third conjugation verb. Dico, dicis, dicit, dicimus, dicetis, dicot. If we extract the endings from these forms, we get o, is, it, imus, itis, unt. And those are the endings that we're going to add to our future stems. So here's fact number 2, which you must know for the mini quiz. The endings after the be in the future of the first and second conjugations are the same as those for the present of the third conjugation. Let's do it. So from our stem amab, when we add the third conjugation endings, we wind up with amabo, amabas, amabit, amabimus, amabitus, amabunt. Similarly, for the second conjugation verb habio, we get habebo, habebis, habebit, habebimus, habebitus, habebunt. So, the first and second conjugations use a be to form the future tense. The other 3 conjugations, however, that is the third conjugation, the third IO conjugation, and the fourth conjugation, do not use be to form a future stem. Well, how do they do it then? It's actually really easy. For third conjugation verbs like dico, third IO conjugation verbs like facio, and fourth conjugation verbs like audio, what you do is you take the first principal part and you remove the o. So dico goes to dic, facio goes to faci, and audio goes to audi. And now we have to add endings to those. These are the endings that we add. Ace, et, amos, atis, ent. Ace, et, amos, atis, ent are actually endings that you've seen as the present of second conjugation verbs like habio. You may remember habes, habet, habemos, habetis, habet. This however, is something we haven't seen before. That just has to be memorized. I will point out that this e here wants to be long, but there are certain rules in Latin that prohibit vowels from being long. One rule is that vowels are not generally long after, or I should say before, a final T, M, or R. So this E has to be short. And generally speaking, you never find a long E before NT, so that E has to be short. These 2 E's would like to be long, but they can't be. This one can't be because it's before a final T, This one can't be long because it's before an NT. So what do we wind up when we add these endings to those stems we formed by removing O? This is what we wind up with for deco. Decam, deces, decet, decemos, decatus, decent. And how about for facio? We get faciam, facies, faciet, faciemos, facietis, faciant. And finally, for audio, we get audiam, audies, audiet, audiemos, audietis, audient. So, here's fact 3, which you must know for the mini-quiz. The future of the third iota, and fourth conjugations is marked by an A in the first person singular and an E in all other forms. That's the end. Thank you for your patience.
The end. This has been a Barking Blue Heeler production.